Racer Off-Road Racing. The 2014 Best in the Desert season headed into its second round in Las Vegas, Nevada, at the legendary Mint 400.
We're at the Mint 400 and we're here to do a little bit of racing. We got contingency and tech going on, but other than that, we got a long race tomorrow.
So we've actually been racing in the UTV class since its inception back in about 2006. And we've seen enormous growth in this class. It's got to be the fastest growing off-road class that I've ever witnessed in my life. For example, this race, I think we've got over 50 entries, which is a staggering record for any off-road race for UTVs.
I think this is the biggest desert race for UTVs yet. It's awesome that it's happening at the Mint 400.
The Mint is an iconic race. It's very, very tough, very rough. Unfortunately, the last time I raced the Mint, I didn't finish it, so I'm very excited to get back in a very good Polaris Jagged X Razor and, first of all, finish the race, and second of all, do well.
We've raced Mint 400. This is going on our third year now. We haven't had the best of luck. We've kind of had a little bit of downfall on it. It's a rough race, but it's a great course. I mean, we finished it last year, but we had a little bit of bad luck. So it is what it is, but we're out here again and we're gonna race it and we're gonna beat up our stuff again. So we're always there for it.
This thing's gonna be pretty brutal. It's gonna change every lap. Yeah, we only do 2 laps, but the second lap is gonna be probably twice as rough as the first.
We're racing the Mint. It's gonna be a good one.
Racers headed to the start line just before dawn to prepare for the grueling task ahead. With one of the only head-to-head starts in desert racing, the Mint 400 was sure to be a battle as soon as the flag dropped. Mile marker 50, the factory Polaris racing teams of Jagged X Racing, along with the Coastal Racing XP 1000, were in a heated struggle for track position. The number 1934 of Scott Kiger was leading the pack of UTVs when he got stuck in a deep sand berm. Brandon Schuler in the number 1919 made the most of his opportunity, passing both Kiger and the number 1931 of Matt Parks. Parks also made his way around Kiger, but made the smart decision to let him back in front a few miles later, choosing to save the car for a push later in the race. Meanwhile, the 2013 Pro UTV champion Brandon Schuler was on a mission. Starting in 28th position, he had surgically worked his way through the field, moving it to third physically after passing the number 1916 of Cody Nygren near mile marker 63. The rough course and aggressive driving was already leading to problems for some race teams. The number 1918 of Cognito Motorsports had a frustrating morning with an early flat.
Just had a flat tire. Really, really dusty out there. The guys behind us just had to pass, and I think they clipped my rear tire. Pretty sandy right here, so we had a little issue changing it. But we're going now.
Number 1913 Brandon Sims was running hard at the front of the UTV field in his Lone Star Racing XP 1000. Coming from a podium finish at King of the Hammers to his first Best in the Desert race at the Mint, Brandon was ready to prove that he could compete with the top teams.
Kind of hard to say where we are on corrected time. We're not sure. We're up towards the front on physical. I'm going to get in. Scott's got to get in his plane and fly to the East Coast to race at GNCC this afternoon. So far so good. We're running the new XP 1000. So far I've had a good clean lap, so hopefully we can keep it.
A long pit stop from the number 1913 allowed 2013 Mint 400 champions Coastal Racing to take the physical lead, and Mark Holtz put the pedal down. Sims and Schuler were definitely not ready to concede and chased hard after the number 1934. A devastating mechanical issue forced Holtz to pull off and hand clean air back to Brandon Sims. The number 1926 of Jason Fraser had also made some serious moves, and at the end of lap 1 held the overall lead on corrected time. A clean second lap would put Fraser in great position to take the win over Sims and Schuler. A quick pass on the short paved section of the course put Brandon Schuler first on the road, but by no means could he relax. A solid pack of racers pushed within striking distance, including the number 1931 of Matt Parks and the number 1918 of Justin Lambert, meaning that any slip-up by the front-runners could result in a lead change. Number 1913 Brandon Sims surged back to the front, but a flat tire at race mile 66 dropped him back to third overall as number 1926 Jason Fraser and number 1919 Brandon Schuler made their way past. It looked as though Fraser would run away with it, but as he approached race mile 70, his left rear wheel was ripped from the car and he skidded to a halt on the side of the course. That was the break that Brandon Schuler needed, and he would capitalize, stretching his legs at the front of the field. Brandon Sims was hot on his tail, eager to make a name for himself in the stacked Pro UTV field. But the seasoned champion Schuler would not let this one slip away, taking the 2014 Mid-400 victory. Number 1913 Brandon Sims was impressive, taking third in his first ever Best in the Desert race.
Oh man, it was awesome. A little brutal, but that's to be expected out here in the desert. So it was awesome, man. We had a great day, very few problems. I think we had one flat tire and put some fuel in the car. It really was an awesome day. You couldn't ask for better. And it's the first time for us. We've been out here the third year, and first place for us at the Mint. Couldn't be happier. We started 28, and we had to pick people off left and right. It was constant battle with a bunch of different guys out there. Like I said, we had our work cut out for us, but we got it done.
This is my first Best in Desert race, so that's great. Great to finish. I love competition, and it was a blast with that many cars out there.
It was a brutal day. It was a very, very rough, rocky course. The dust just, at the first lap, the dust just hung in there. Cars, carnage everywhere, but bottom line is we had a blast. Keith did a great job co-driving, and Polaris Razor did well. It's the second Best in the Desert race for the new XP 1000, and it's certainly fast. We got into an epic battle with Brandon Schuler in the 1919 Jagged X Polaris XP 900 and the brand new Coastal Racing, Holtz Racing built XP 1000, and the three of us were hooked nose to tail with a helicopter flying right next to us, and Coastal got by us, I got by him again, Brandon got by us. It was just back and forth, nose to tail. Really, really fun, because that's what it's all about. We're racing here.